Hello everybody, welcome back to iRacing once again. A fun and special video today as we're going to take out a stock car around the Circuit of the Americas. And the reason for this is because NASCAR announced yesterday that they're going to be going to the Circuit of the Americas next year in 2021. And I want to know your thoughts on it. I'm pretty stoked for it. I think it's going to be a cool track to watch them race at. It's not an easy track by any means to get around, and we're just taking it easy right now as we talk. We're not going to go flat out yet. But especially through this section here, the S's, and then, there's so many technical turns in this track that it's going to be interesting to watch these stock cars, wrestle around. Now, I tried both the Watkins Glen and Sonoma setup. I chose the Watkins Glen setup purely for gearing. It's a little looser than the other setup, but it works out to be the best for me. So the biggest thing on everybody's mind is not only is NASCAR gonna have an incredible event here when it takes place, but are the track limits going to be enforced? We've seen in the past that wasn't the case. And, it can make or break a race for sure. We're gonna slow down here. Like I said, we're not going flat out yet. You can see my best, I think my best lap here so far is a 2:25.825. And that goes for another thing. Are they gonna use the full course or are they gonna use the short version? That hasn't been discussed yet. It was just basically saying, hey, we're coming to the Circuit of the Americas. I think it's amazing. Now, this isn't the first time we've seen stock cars come to the Circuit of the Americas. Now that they've tested there a few times, different drivers have. One of the best ones is, you can look it up on YouTube, was whenever James Courtney and Kurt Busch had their driver swap in 2013. It was April of 2013. And to watch the two drivers, try to get used to the different cars and this track alone is pure entertainment. So if you haven't checked that out, you probably want to do that. But another fun fact is that I actually was there at the track that day. I used to work at Air Cargo, and we were working on finishing up everything at the track, and they had shown up, and we got to see it in person. It was amazing. All right, I had to get my belts retightened here, so we're going to do another lap, but this time we're going to go all out. So let's go ahead and get into our throttle. Second gear there. A lot of speed here on the front straightaway. All at the top of third gear into our brakes, second gear, down into first. Remember, this is a really heavy stock car. This is not something super light. So when you get to the top of here, it gets nice and loose. I'm gonna stick with about second gear through here. And then we're gonna get to the S's right about here, so start slowing down for these. A lot of trail braking on this track with this car I've been doing. There we go, and slow down for this section here, and then I think we're gonna get down into first gear coming up here in a second. Right around here. Just slow down for that. And then a left time, yep, right here. Yep, hit the turtle a little bit. Don't wreck the car, Jeff. This section here is a little tricky, because it's nice and loose over the berm there. All the way down into our first gear. Try not to spin the car out. We're gonna try to spin the car out. There we go, save it a little bit there. As you can see, you don't wanna wheel hop that car. You don't want it to get absolutely crazy on entry. To be fair, it could have been brake bias, of course, being incorrect. Fast section through here all the way to fourth gear. Look at the speed we got here, about 175 miles per hour before we have to hit our braking zone in the straight line here. Slow way down for this. This section here, I like to just stick to first gear for now. I don't think it's gonna be the same gearing when they run here as it is for Watkins Glen, so that's the reason for that. This little section kind of reminds me of Laguna Seca with a double apex. Slow way down for this, left turn here. And then we get to this fun little section in second gear. And you can just see just how much you have to wrestle this big heavy car around this track. It's gonna make for some spectacular racing, I have a feeling. I really do think it'll be good. Ooh, overdrove that, we're good. The more you run it, the better you're gonna get, of course. But I wanted to do this with AI, but they don't have this track for AI yet, because that would have been a lot of fun with these stock cars. We completed one lap, kind of. Not the best, but we did complete it regardless. Slow it down here, make our left turn. Car gets very loose on the top there. Yeah, I'm thinking second gear just kind of works through this section here. Into the brakes, and then we just kind of coast in the middle here on these S curves. Try not to hit the turtles, of course. That would be bad. We hit it anyway because I was talking about it. But I think it's going to be a really, really cool race. I really do. But I want to know what your thoughts on it are. It's not going to be an easy track for these guys to master, but it's also a very wide track, so you're going to see a lot of, 3-4 wide racing in these corners like right here. So it comes down to those track limits if they're going to allow them to do what they can get away with. Because they will definitely try, let's be honest. It's one of the best sections right here, just all the way through your gears, full speed. And then hit the top of fourth gear into our braking zone. Try not to wheel hop. It's very easy to do that, especially coming, just with all that speed straight down into that tiny corner. Let's slow down for this section here. And that's pretty much, wrestling a stock car around this track, but we saw James Courtney do it in Kurt Busch's car back in the day in 2013, and Kurt Busch, he turned laps too before he jumped into the V8 supercar. So we know that it can be done, and my biggest takeaway from that test was that it seemed like the cars were pretty slow on this track, and I think that's something a lot of other people are worried about, is that the cars will be too slow for the track. I don't think that's the case here, because what we're seeing in this current product, not based on the Gen 6 car from 2013, but the current package here that we've got driving today, if you've got low downforce and you've got high horsepower, it's gonna make an interesting turn. Now, on top of that, wait till the Gen 7 car. What's that gonna produce, Is it gonna be more of like a car like the V8 supercar? Or it's gonna be more like this? It's anybody's guess at this point, but I wanted to drive around this track, show you the stock car, talk a little bit about what NASCAR was doing with that, why I think it's a great idea. I'm all for more road courses, and you know what? I think that Charlotte, the Roval at Charlotte, really proved that these cars can, produce some great racing on road courses like this. And NASCAR racing at this track, it's gonna be something special, if you ask me. I think it's gonna be really special, actually. There was almost had a lot of wheel hop happening there. Oops, a little too hard on the brakes there. But this car is a lot of fun to drive on this track. So if you have iRacing and you own this track and you own this car, give it a shot. Let me know what you think. I think we're gonna see some big crashes coming down into this corner right here. I mean, you're slowing way down and it's all the way back that way. What a fun one. Slow down here. Oh, I know I overdrove that one. I knew I overdrove it. Oh, my Lord. There's a lot of power under the hood here in first gear, so you gotta be patient with it. So my best time here at this track so far today, since I've been practicing, was a 225 something. And my best right now is a 224.381. So we've actually increased by, as we spin the car, we've actually increased by a second. So we're getting better as time goes on, for sure. But Short video today. Just wanted to talk about NASCAR and what they're doing with the Circuit of the Americas. I'm super stoked for it. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments below. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. I get asked all the time, do I have any merch available, or when are you bringing back the JF logos and some other fun ones that Nicole has done recently? You can check out the link in the description below, or you can look below the video, and it should be there, so you can go directly to the store. But just want to say thank you all for the support.